have with us again Barry Pullinger, who, as we said, is the defending champion. Gilles Prillings was very quick in this class last year. Constantin Scholl has performed well in DD2 in the past. Likewise, in terms of your masters, well, Hatzi Stefanos, no stranger to racing in DD2s in Europe. Christoph Adams, bit of a legend in the BNL. Tamsin Germain, likewise. So a lot of big names here, and certainly at the front we have 3 drivers with only a 10th between them in qualifying. So this should be a good one. Zibilak is to the inside there, and Ionis to the outside. Do we get away first time? No, we don't. That's a false start, so the red light's not going out, so false start. They're going to be sent round for one more time. It tends to be, if you have watched the senior max start there, DD2 sometimes just a little bit slower off the starts, and they get themselves bumped up, but they tend to start just a little bit slower, but once they get going, they certainly are quicker. But it's just the start. Sometimes DD2's hard to get right off the start, but once you do get off going, then that produces very good racing. But what we have seen in the past is the pack get pretty split up at the start, and then they start sorting themselves out over the course of the race. They're going to have 16 laps to do that. Let's see who gets the best start now. To the front there, that is Xander Zibilak, nearest to us. Directly behind him is Barry Pullinger. Behind that, William van der Kaas. Gilles Prillings next along. That's the front 4 rows to the inside. Ionis, Leveris, Sturken and Scholl, the front 4 rows to the outside. Then it's Hatzi Stefanos, Adams, Steinhardt, Germain, Arts, Leanin, Ostrovsky, and we are away in racing this time then. Xander Zibilak leading us down towards turn number 1, but trying to go around the outside there was Ionis, but it looks as if Barry Pullinger has gone into second place. So Barry Pullinger straight into second. 4th place looks to be Leveris. 5th place, I think, is Van der Kaas as they head down the back straight then, and down towards turn number 7 we go. There was some defending certainly going on there from that may have been Sturken or Scholl as Barry Pullinger's hit the front. So Barry Pullinger taking the lead away from Xander Zibilak. A good start this from the defending champion, getting on the defensive, and a change for 3rd place there as well. That looked like Leveris going into 3rd place. So starting from the front row, Ionis, a difficult start to the race. Now Zibilak has got back through into the lead, so 3 changes of lead in the first lap, it seems, as a mistake there from Van der Kaas, who is in 3rd place. So apologies for the misidentification there. William Van der Kaas is in 3rd place. Then it's Ionis in 4th place. Leveris is 5th. Scholl is 6th. Wheelings is 7th place. Wheelings actually defending there. It looked as if he was defending there from Sturken. Then it's Steinhardt and Hatzi Stefanos, the league masters driver. Zibilak leading Barry Pullinger at the moment, though. Was a top 10 runner in senior max last year. Xander Zibilak had some pretty good performances when he had the luck. Now he's moved up into DD2s. Barry Pullinger just in behind him at the moment. Van der Kaas having a very good start to the race. 4/10 off pole position, 5th on the grid in qualifying. What we're seeing on screen tells a completely different story at the moment, though. Ionis is 4th place there at the moment. Then it's Scholl. So Constantin Scholl has made a good start to the race. He is up to 5th place at the moment. 6th place is Dionys Leveris. Oh, and there's a change for 2nd, is it? Yes, it is. That's Van der Kaas going through to 2nd place. Passing Pullinger. Ionis now just behind him. Scholl is past Leveris, as we said. Then it's Steinhardt in 7th. Wheelings in 8th. Then in 9th place is the 613. So 613 is Steinart, 623 Sturkin in 7th place. Then it's Hatzi Stepanus as there goes a move. That's Barry Pullinger retaking that 2nd place from Van der Kaj. All of this is allowing Zivilak to escape here. Down in towards turn 1, Pullinger's going to go back into 2nd once again. So 2 goes at it. Barry Pullinger needed, and Konstantin Scholl has been allowed to close in. Likewise, Leveris. Scholl may try and move over at turn 6. Doesn't. Back down to turn 6 now, sorry. And there goes a move from Van der Kaj once again on Barry Pullinger. So Van der Kaj causing a bit of a battle here. In the background, I think we saw Breelings making a move on the number 623 of Sturkin. That was for 7th place. This is going to be frustrating Pullinger big time because you can see Xander Zibilak escaping up the road, and at the moment there isn't much he can do about it as the drivers make their way down the start-finish straight. We have 12 laps to go, and there goes Barry Pullinger once again. That's perhaps what he needed. Ionis goes with him that time. So as they go through turns 2 and 3, Ionis going with him. Now that will allow the pressure to almost be taken off Pullinger. Oh, well, in fact, Willett completely wrong about that one. The 602 now goes to 2nd. So it's a brilliant battle here for 2nd place. Ionis goes into 2nd. Pullinger back down to 3rd once again. He's probably thinking, what can I do just to get a break in this one? 4th place is still Van der Kaj. 5th place is Konstantin Scholl. He'll want to move forward. So will Gilles Bwillings, who is up to 6th place as they make their way down the start-finish straight. Then in 7th place, it is Steinart. Scholl is 8th place, and it's Sturkin and Adams. So the Veris it is who is in 5th place. Scholl is down to 8th place. Wheeling's one of the men on the move, 6th place there. So this is 2nd, back down to 6th. The Ionis and Pullinger. Pullinger is he now going to try and line up a move for 2nd place here. As they make their way down towards the final couple of corners. Out of the last corner we go. Zivilak getting his head down. He's got a gap of about 2 seconds then to the pack behind. Ionis 2nd, Pullinger, Van der Kaj, Leveris, Wheeling, Scholl, Durkin, Steinart, Adam. Then it's Patrick Stefanis, Arts, Mattis, German, Romain, Lenin, Ostrovsky. So good to finally see Andreas Mattis out on track. Going to be way down on track time today. No practice and no qualified, but Andreas Mattis, quickest time for him, 55.295, 6/10 off of the fastest time in this race, which is not bad for the Masters driver at all. And of the Masters, I believe he's running in about 3rd place. So doing pretty good with the number 687 at the moment, as the at the halfway stage of the race almost. 9 laps now to go in a 16-lap race. Approaching half race distance. Now there is Gilles Bwillings here on the screen, having gone past Leveris. Is now closing in on Van der Kaj, who is Gilles Bwillings. Down the back straight for 8th time of asking. Barry Pullinger, gotta give credit to Ian going past Pullinger. Is now actually managed to pull a gap of about half a second. No one quicker than Xander Zibilak, who is in the lead by almost 2 seconds now. Right to go. And 1.5 seconds. So the gap's actually coming down between these top 2 here. second place, Eunice is quickest on track. He set a new fastest lap not long ago in a 54.641 and was very close to beating that on the last lap. In the background, Jules Quilling lining up a move on Van der Kaas for fourth place. Quilling had a brilliant end to the season here. The pace he had here for the last round last year was pretty spectacular. Jules Quilling can replicate that this weekend, then he will go along pretty well. And if he can replicate that season, then he may be in with a shot at the title when we come back here later in the year to complete this season. But for now, Quilling sits in fifth place behind Van der Kaas. They about to make their way onto the back straight before they take time for the second half of the race. Don't count out Riveris, who's in there as well. The gap still coming down between the two leaders. It's now 1.2 seconds between the two leaders. It was 1.5 seconds. It's now 1.2 seconds. So continuing to pull then is the gap. Let's see if it's just the same this lap. Yes, it's now underneath a second. So Ioannis really closing in on Xander Zivilak here as they turn their way through the double left-hander there. Now they prepare for that right-hand hairpin to lead us onto the back straight. To overtake the cars coming on the highway in the background. Is that a pretty cool feeling? Getting in a go-kart. But Xander Zivilak is really starting to come under pressure here. Now that is Jules Quilling having just gone past. Is that defending from Liveris, or is that... No, that's having gone past Van der Kaas, my apologies. So Quillings is up to fourth place. There is Jules Quillings into fourth place, and he's taken through with him Liveris as well. So Van der Kaas has actually now dropped down to sixth place, and just on cue, we now pick up the leaders once again as Xander Zivilak is still being caught here by Ioannis. Its gap is down to 4.5 tenths. Down the back straight we go. Ioannis, it's only a matter of time now, surely. I mean, we've got 4 laps to go when they cross the line. Zivilak's going to have a tough task on his hands if he's going to defend this all the way to the flag. So, Pellinger, this is sort of working out pretty well for him as well, you have to say, because I think he probably pretty much knows that Zivilak's going to have to defend. When he does, he's going to be well involved in the fight. There's a big gap to fourth place, Jules Quilling. It is that. Oh, and there goes a change of lead. Ioannis going up the inside there of Zivilak. Zivilak drops down to second place, and that is the first change of lead we have seen for a number of laps now since Zivilak took this lead earlier in the race. He has stretched out a lead, and Ioannis chases him down and is now into the lead of the race. So Xander Zivilak, now what's his response going to be? Because he's got Barry Pullinger now just behind. These are the 3 drivers we saw in qualifying that were... Oh, and there goes a change for second. We'll pick up what he was going to say in a second, because Barry Pullinger has just gone into second place. Now gets on the defensive going to the last corner. Barry, go after the leader. Ioannis is just ahead. So we've got a chance at victory all of a sudden. Now, what I was going to say is these are the 3 drivers that were split by less than a tenth in qualifying. Ioannis was second in that qualifying session, but at the moment, he leading the race by just shy of just over half a second. Barry Pullinger has actually just set a new fastest lap. Lap 11 is when he set that. Well, now on lap number 14. So that was in the process of closing in Xander Zivilak. He's got a bit of a gap to Xander Zivilak, which he will not have to defend now. And just over 2 laps to see what he can do about the leader, Ian. Behind this, Wheelings has the very close attentions of Leveris. Then there's a gap back to Van der Kaaj and Sturken. Then we have Scholl, Adams, Steinart, Art, Mattis, Hatzi Stefanis, Jermaine, Lehnen, and Ostrovsky. That's how the order currently sits at the moment. Barry Pullinger and Xander Zivilak on screen for you at the moment. Onto the back straight they go. A look over the shoulder there from Barry Pullinger. I think he's going to settle for well, I don't think he's got a choice, but I think he'll be pretty satisfied with his second place there, considering the position he was in earlier in the race, where he was over 2 seconds away from the leader, and it looked as if he was sat third at one stage, wasn't he, with everyone queuing up behind. He had Ionis just ahead of him. Then he managed to get into a position where himself and Ionis pulled away from that chasing pack, and slowly, they've not exactly worked together, but they've not done anything to hold each other up, and they closed down Zivilak. Ionis made a brilliant move just at the right time to take the lead, and ever since he's done that, he has not looked back. Pullinger has done a good job to be able to get to second place. Zivilak, has he just fallen off towards the end there? Is that something he'll change for the second race, or is it simply he needs to just find a little bit more pace in general to take the fight to Pullinger and Ionis? We will find out, I guess. Only time will tell. Now behind this, Wheeling looks comfortable in fourth. I don't think we're going to see any changes. So Ionis then pulling through the final few corners in the 6:02. Antoniadis, Ionis comes out the last corner. The Greek driver is going to take the win, punches the air, and that is the first win of the season to the 6:02. Ionis takes the win from Barry Pullinger in second place. Xander Zivilak finishes third. It was all about these three in qualifying. It's all about these three again. But at the head of the field, Ionis taking the victory in the 6:02 car. A brilliant drive from him. Barry Pullinger, second place, a half a second back in the end. Xander Zivilak, third place, and a good haul of points. Fourth place was Gilles Brillings. Gilles Brillings will be satisfied with that, no doubt, having started seventh on the grid. Then it's Dionysis Leveris, Van der Kaaj. Van der Kaaj finishes in sixth place. Then it's Sturken in seventh, Adams in eighth, Steinart 9th, Scholl 10th, Hatzi Stefanis 11th, Arts is 12th, Mattis 13th, and it's Jermaine, Lehnen, and Ostrovsky 16th place.